In the first place is a criminal case having to do with allegations of criminal conspiracy and misappropriation, criminal misappropriation. That's the nature of the case. What transpired in the court, we had a lengthy court session. A lengthy session in the sense that when the accused persons were arraigned, the court took their plea, in which they pleaded not guilty to the allegations leveled against them. And obviously, the next thing to do is for us to apply for a date to open our case by way of calling witnesses and tendering evidences before the court, which was exactly what we did. However, the counsel representing the two accused persons, let me put it straight, we have two accused persons before the court, while the case has to do with 5 accused persons, as per what is contained on the first information report of the police. Meaning, 3 other accused persons have fled and are still at large. So we had to bring these accused persons and arraign them before the court. Now, counsel representing the accused persons made an application relying on a particular law of the State House of Assembly, that since the accused persons professes Islamic faith, they should be transferred to the appropriate Sharia court for trial. We had an argument before the court purely on wrong citation of the law they relied on, and left for the court to make its ruling. In its own wisdom, the Honorable Court made a ruling citing the relevant provisions of law that it's obvious, law number 7 ousted jurisdiction from the magistrate court. But however, the law did not repeal the criminal procedure court in force, under which there is a provision that this court has the power to transfer any criminal case to a higher court. And a higher court here means a high court of the state. And that was what the Honorable Court exactly did in its ruling. It gave directives to the police to transfer the case file in respect of the allegations to the Ministry of Justice, that is Office of the Honorable Attorney General, and then the matter now would be transferred to the High Court. In other words, we may file charges before the High Court, depending on what we see in the case diary.
So the case has been transferred as such?
No, it is going to be transferred to the High Court. We applied, one of the reasons we advanced for our application for adjournment was to enable us have the case diary from the police. That is the case file. Go through same, see whether or not we have strong or we have evidences, prima facie case against the accused person. If we have, it's obvious we will charge them before the appropriate court. If there is no evidence, as ministers in the Temple of Justice, we are not intimidating anybody. We are not persecuting anybody. We are simply going to terminate the case in favor of the accused person, and they will be free. The accused persons, we have 5 of them. The 2 we saw before the court. The first is Isa Jabi Osman. Then the second accused person, Shuaibu Musa. While the 3 accused persons that I earlier told you have taken to their heels, meaning they have fled,
Who are they?
One Bashir Muhammad Maru, Yusuf Bello, and Yazid. Criminal conspiracy and criminal misappropriation, contrary to sections 97 and 95 of the Penal Code law in force.
Sir, we learned that there is government official in this issue. Is this true?
As per the contents of the FR, there is one Bashir Muhammad Maru, who was said to be the ex-twile or the former Deputy Chief of Staff to His Excellency the Executive Governor of Zamfara State, and to whom the vehicle involved, said to have been misappropriated, or attempted to be appropriated, was allocated to officially as an official vehicle.
While he was what?
He was then said to be the Deputy Chief of Staff in the Government House of the State. Yes. And, that is what we saw in the contents of the FIR.
Not the chairman.
As investigated by police.